Good morning, Year 4. Welcome to English on Wednesday, where I'm really excited because today we are going to be planning our stories. I'm going to take you all through it. The planning format is on here. It's also downloadable as a document on the website as well to take you through this step by step. So let's get started. Our story is going to be based all around this picture, which I think has got a lot of mystery and intrigue to it. The picture is called The Keeper of the Keys. Now, if you have a really good explore of it, you can see there is a person, a character, sat on the top of the two branches which cross over near the top of the picture. I would like you, for part of this activity today, to imagine that the keys are living things, that they are alive. Okay, you could plan your story in a way to explain why the keeper has them. Why is this person, because we can't determine if it's male or female, why is this person the keeper of the keys? Is it a job they have? Is it something they've been asked to do? Are they keeping them for somebody else? Are they guarding them? Are they protecting them? Let's have an explore, because I think there's lots of different things that you could do with this today. So the keys. For this story, the keys are going to become living things, as if they are creatures. So they will have feelings, they will be able to move, and importantly in this as well, for today's story, they are going to be able to have the ability to speak as well, which means you need to consider giving them names. Now, things here to consider with the keys. You might want to draw some pictures down in your book. You might want to make some notes just about these to start with. So, why are they alive? Maybe a magic spell has been put onto them. Okay, maybe they've been given the power of being an actual living thing. Are they special and important? Do they have a job? Have they been created for a specific purpose, or is that why they're being kept? Okay, so I want you to really think about the keys before you even begin to think about planning the story today. You need to think about the keeper of the keys, and you need to think about the keys themselves as living, breathing, moving things. Now, there are lots of other questions which we could ask here. Okay, so I'm just going to move me here a second. There are lots of other things that you could think about when looking at this picture. This is just the tip of the iceberg here, the questions that I've put down, but I'm going to read through them just to give you some other thinking points when you are using the picture. I would recommend keep going back to the picture as well, so that you've got that in mind when you are doing your planning. So, why do the keys glow? Did you even notice that when you first looked at the picture? Why is the person wearing one key around their neck? Is that the most important key? Is it particularly old? Is it particularly special? Why are there keys hanging from the branch? If this character is keeping the keys, why are they tied so that they hang down? Is that for a particular reason? Why does the branch appear to connect two trees together? How does that happen? Why is it like that? Has it been created for a purpose, or have the branches just joined over time? What do the white lines on the branches and on the ground represent? What are they there for? What's their purpose? What do they show? Where is this place? It looks like it's in a wood, but create a setting. Think about what it could be. Is it within a certain special area? Do the keys have to be kept here? If so, why? Have they been brought there from somewhere else? Be really creative in how you put this together, Year 4. I'm really excited with what you can do. Does anyone else come here? Does anybody else know about this place? Or is it just the keeper of the keys? Is it a hidden place? Is it invisible to everybody else other than the keeper? How does the keeper of the keys get the keys? How do they get hold of them? And why do the keys need to be kept? What is each key for? So here you've got questions, questions, questions. And the amazing thing about questions is it gets us thinking. So that's what I would like you to use these for. Keep referring back to this page as well, because they might spark off something else that gets you thinking, oh, I could do this, oh, I could include this. And that's what I want you to be looking at, Year 4. So, what to include? Within each paragraph, I'm going to take you through it now, what each paragraph I would like you to include from our writing rainbow that we use in school. Those of you that have followed along with the Jane Considine lessons as well will be really familiar with these icons, particularly some of the grown-ups at home who have been doing the lessons with the children as well. I will take you through which ones you need to include. I will explain how you can do that as well. I'm not just going to abandon you and let you just get on with it yourself. I'm going to take you through it and show you how it might be, how I can help you through it, how these things can help to drive the writing, and how they can make it really specific and descriptive. Now, just because I've said that you need to include certain elements from the writing rainbow doesn't mean that needs to be the only things you include. Year 4, I know you know how to use these icons in your writing, so use as many of them as you think you want to deepen your descriptions within each of the paragraphs that we are going to be creating. Remember, today is just about notes. We're not doing our starting of our story writing today. Today we're not writing our story. Today is just about notes. Now, you know that when we plan our writing in school, our stories in school, we make our notes really clearly. It's not just about notes, it's about making sure that you really importantly collect vocabulary. So the same way that we would do in the Jane Considine lessons that we've done online, in the same way that we would do our English lessons in school, everything is driven through really good vocabulary. So this is where you are going to need to start from today. You need to think about vocabulary for the characters, to describe them, and you need to think about vocabulary to describe the setting as well, Year 4. There is lots and lots and lots of thinking to do with this today in order to give you the best ideas to do the writing from tomorrow. Today we plan, we make notes. Now you know that can be bullet pointing, or you can organise it in whichever way you want to. I don't want you to write sentences today, because otherwise what happens tomorrow is you just end up copying those sentences out and then we lose the depth in terms of possibility with our writing. So please don't write incomplete sentences today. This is just note taking. So let's have a look at the first paragraph. So on the planning document, which is in the English documents for today, you will have 3 paragraph boxes. I am now going to take you through the kind of things that I would like you to be putting in them. So paragraph 1, you are giving us information about the characters. Now, this might not be thinking just about the keys. This might be thinking about the keeper as well. You need to identify your characters within this setting. If you've got just one key who you're going to incorporate in terms of the main living one, then that's fine. Focus on that one key. Okay, but I would like your characters to have names. So within this planning box, you need to give me the names of the characters. You need to give me what character those names are. And you can see here you've got the noticing icon. I want words here that you could describe those characters with. Now, think about all that we've done about collecting vocabulary for a long time now, Year 4. I want you to think about the best words to describe things. Now, you can also see within my planning paragraph box, for paragraph 1, I've put fronted adverbials down as well. The last 2 days in English, we have looked at fronted adverbials, and those PowerPoints are still on the website, so you can access those if you need some ideas for this as well. Plus, we also did a fronted adverbials session last week. Fronted adverbials, remember, we put them into the beginnings of sentences to create more detail. Particularly the I-spaced work yesterday, I think will give you some really good help with that as well. So please do refer to things that we have already used. Don't feel that you're looking at this from scratch. This is all things that we know how to do, and it's giving you an opportunity to show it really well within a piece of writing. Remember, notes in this box for me. So that's paragraph 1, okay? That's just introducing the setting, introducing the characters. You are, in this paragraph that you will be writing, you are getting your reader interested in what is happening, okay? Describing the setting, describing the characters, introducing them, so that the reader, in this instance me, will be going, oh, that's really interesting. I'm going to read on and see what happens. Paragraph 2. Now, we are starting to have some action taking place. So you know that within this box, Year 4, you need to be thinking about your verbs. and your adverbs. Remember, adverbs add information to the verb. So you need your doing words in here. You can see that you've got your action icon from the rainbow there. So that's telling you that things are happening in this box and that you need to be describing them not with adjectives, thinking about your precise use of your verbs and your adverbs here. You are having things happening between the characters. So that tells you, with the word dialogue, I want to see you in here making some notes about what those characters are going to say to each other. Now, this won't just be a list of he said this, she said this, he said this, she said this. It needs to be thinking about what they're saying, what is the impact of what they're saying, what is the impact upon the reader of what the characters are saying, because that's the important thing. The important thing is you are informing the reader of what is happening. So you need to think about carefully chosen dialogue for what these characters could be saying. We did an activity to do with speech last week, so you can always refer back to that on the website PowerPoint if you need to help you with this. Absolutely fine, that's why all those videos are there for you, Year 4. Also, we are going to have another opportunity to think about fronted adverbials. Again, thinking about different types of fronted adverbials that we can drop into our sentences to help to make our writing flow. We are going to be writing at length with this Year 4, so make sure that you have enough notes in this box to help you to move the story along when we write tomorrow. Paragraph 3, planning box. Now, this is where you are going to begin to incorporate an exciting event taking place. What is the event that happens? Is it something that happens to the keeper? Is it something that happens to one of the keys? Does another character come into the action which is taking place? I want you to think about what's happening in the environment. Does the weather change? Is there a dramatic part? Think about getting your reader really, really gripped here. This is you throwing them into the action part of the writing. So your notes need to reflect that. They need to have dramatic words. You might have a lot more pace going on within this section of your story. So some of your words, your language, your vocabulary needs to reflect that here. So you can see my writing rainbow icons. I have action. So really precise verbs. Think about your adverbs as well that can add information to those verbs. How are you going to use them? Which ones are you going to choose? Think about why you selected them. Metaphor. Now, we looked at metaphors on Friday in English last week, so go back to that PowerPoint. I would like you to create a metaphor which could be used within this section. So again, refer back to that. If you didn't do the session in English on Friday, go and have a look at that. It will give you some really good ideas for how you can create your metaphor for today's planning, okay, in readiness for writing tomorrow. And again, you can see I've got my dialogue icon there. I want you to think about what the characters are saying to each other. Really important. There's going to be an interaction because action is taking place. It's not going to be static. There's going to be movement. Characters are going to be interacting with each other. Maybe the keys are interacting with each other. Maybe the keeper is interacting with the keys. Maybe a new character has come in and is interacting with everybody, trying to work out what's going on. It becomes dramatic. I want you to show this part is fast-paced, it's dramatic, it's exciting, and we want to read it. Right, that's what you need for today, Year 4. You are really good at planning. So remember, this is about vocabulary today. I will talk you through the writing process tomorrow. Okay, I will take you through that. Do not worry about that. Today is just about collecting your language, making sure you're really clear about what's happening in each of your paragraphs. There's enough on here to help you. Plus, there's been all over my voice over here as well to get you, hopefully, some really, really good detail ahead of tomorrow where I will take you through what we're doing. Send some photos of your notes over from today. That would be lovely. And then I can see where you are. And it might be that you need a bit of guidance or a bit of feedback. That's what I'm here for. So just ping over any emails from your grown-ups if I can help you with this at all today. Fantastic, Year 4. Thank you so much.